All right, so you know how much I love digging into health tech, and today we're talking about something that's actually super important to all of us, oral hygiene.
It's true, you can't really escape it, can you?
Nope. But we're not just talking about any old toothbrush today. Oh no, we're going high-tech with the Philips Sonicare DiamondClean Smart 9300 series.
Fancy.
Right. And where else would we go for the full scoop than the Amazon listing?
Oh yeah, the land of marketing claims and brutally honest reviews.
Exactly. So we're going to break it all down, see what's what, and figure out if this toothbrush is really worth all the hype.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so first things first. This toothbrush claims to remove like 20 times more plaque than a manual toothbrush. 20 times. I mean, come on, is that even possible?
Well, it's interesting you should ask because a lot of these electric toothbrush companies are actually putting some serious money into research.
Really?
Oh yeah, for real. Philips actually did a whole study on this, and get this, they found that the sonic vibrations in this brush, especially in those hard-to-reach spots, removed up to 20 times more plaque than a manual brush.
Wow. Okay, so there's some science behind it, though.
Oh yeah, it's not just marketing fluff.
Okay, well, that's good to know. But what about this whole 15 times healthier gums thing? I mean, what does that even mean? How do you even measure gum health?
Okay, so think of it this way. Your gums are like the foundation of a house, right? If the foundation's messed up, the whole thing's gonna fall apart. So healthy gums are key to keeping those teeth in place and preventing infections. And while you can't put a number on how healthy your gums are, the idea is that this brush with its specific movements and all that techie stuff helps get the blood flowing in your gums, and that can help keep those infections at bay, which means a healthier mouth overall.
So it's not just about a brighter smile, it's about keeping everything in tip-top shape.
Bingo.
Okay, that makes sense. But let's talk about those pesky coffee stains, because I swear I could brush my teeth for an hour and still have that little bit of beige going on. Does this toothbrush actually deliver on that 100% less staining promise? Because I'm a little skeptical.
100% is a bold claim, I'll give you that. Especially for those of us who can't resist a good cup of coffee or a glass of red wine.
Amen to that.
But the science behind it is pretty cool. Basically, you've got these rapid brush head movements. We're talking like 31,000 per minute. And those movements treat all these tiny bubbles that blast away at the stains on your teeth.
So it's like a mini power washer for your teeth?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm intrigued, but this thing has more settings than my phone. Deep clean white plus gum health. It's a lot.
I hear you. It can definitely feel overwhelming. But that's actually one of the things that makes this toothbrush so great, the customization.
How so?
Well, let's say you have sensitive teeth. They've got a gentle setting for that. Or maybe you're all about that whitening life. You can crank it up. That way you're not just brushing your teeth. You're actually addressing your specific needs and concerns.
Okay, customization is key. I got it. But then there's all the smart features. We're talking pressure sensor, personalized guidance through an app, brush sync reminders. I haven't even turned this thing on, and I already feel like I need a degree in dental technology.
Oh, fairness. That's what we're here for, to break it all down. You know how sometimes you get a little carried away with brushing? Like you're trying to win an award for the most aggressive brusher?
Oh yeah, I've been there. I'm definitely a hard brusher. What's this pressure sensor all about?
Think of it like a little bodyguard for your gums. Brushing too hard doesn't actually clean any better. In fact, it can really do a number on your gums and lead to problems down the road.
Oh no, I don't need any of that.
Nobody does. But this pressure sensor tells you in real time if you need to ease up a bit. Protects those gums.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I'm all for avoiding any unnecessary trips to the dentist. But what about this app? Is it really necessary? Can I just brush my teeth without staring at my phone?
You totally can. You don't need your phone glued to you every time you brush. Think of the app more like a personal trainer for your mouth.
A personal trainer for my mouth. Okay, I'm listening.
It keeps track of your brushing habits, lets you know if you're missing any spots, even gives you some personalized tips and encouragement, just helps you make the most of each brushing session. Builds those good habits.
Okay, so it's like a fitness tracker, but for my teeth, I can get behind that. What about these brush sync reminders? Do I really need a reminder to change my brush head? I feel like I can tell when it's time,
I get it. I used to think the same thing. But here's the thing. We often don't realize how long we've actually been using a brush head. And those bristles, they get worn down over time, become less effective at cleaning. And nobody wants that.
That's true. New toothbrush day is always a good day.
Exactly. These reminders just take out all the guesswork, make sure you're always brushing with a fresh, effective brush head.
All right, you've convinced me. Smart features check. But let's move on to what everyone really wants to know, the reviews. Is this toothbrush really all that? What are people saying?
Well, it's currently sitting at a pretty impressive 4.4 out of 5 stars on Amazon with thousands of reviews.
Thousands. Wow, that's a lot of people brushing their teeth.
That's a lot of happy brushers.
All right, well, give me the good stuff. What are people loving about it?
Well, one of the most common things we're seeing is people are just blown away by how clean their teeth feel. Like next level clean. Some people are even getting compliments from their dentists, which is always a good sign, right?
Oh yeah, dentist approval is a gold standard.
Absolutely. And for all my fellow coffee and wine lovers out there, a lot of reviewers are saying they've noticed a real difference in the whiteness of their teeth.
So it's living up to some of those big claims.
It seems to be, but of course no product is perfect.
That's true. What are some of the downsides people are mentioning?
One thing that comes up a bit is the battery life. If you travel a lot, you'll definitely want to remember that charging base because it's a little on the bulky side.
Good point. And we can't forget about the price tag. This is definitely an investment piece. So do people think it's worth the splurge?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And like most things in life, it's not a simple yes or no answer.
How so?
Well, some reviewers say it's worth every penny. They talk about the improved cleanliness, the fancy smart features, and how it could actually save them money on dental bills in the long run.
That makes sense.
Right. But then there are others who are a little more on the fence.
Yeah.
Especially they've never used an electric toothbrush before, and they're not sure if they'll actually stick with it.
It's true. Forming a new habit can be tough, even if it is something as simple as brushing your teeth. So for those listening who might be on the fence, what would you say are the biggest things to consider when deciding if this is the right toothbrush for them?
That's a great question. I think it really comes down to a few key things. Your budget, obviously, because this isn't exactly a cheap date. We're talking a real investment here.
Yeah, no doubt. So is it worth it?
Now, that depends. Are you the kind of person who's all about the latest and greatest tech? Or are you more into practicality?
Right, because some people are perfectly happy with their manual toothbrush.
Exactly. No judgment here. But if you're already spending a good chunk of change on fancy toothpaste and all those other oral hygiene gadgets,
You know who you are.
then this might not feel like that big of a jump.
Okay, so budget is a big one. What else should people be thinking about?
Your commitment to oral hygiene. Let's be real for a second. If you're someone who already brushes and flosses religiously,
You're a rock star.
this toothbrush can kind of take you to the next level.
Yeah,
But if you're like, sometimes I brush, sometimes I don't,
we've all been there.
then even the fanciest tech isn't going to work miracles. You got to meet it halfway.
That's good advice for pretty much everything in life, I think.
Truth. And lastly, let's talk about your comfort level with technology. Are you all about that app-connected life? Do you like tracking your data and getting personalized insights?
Because this toothbrush comes with all that jazz.
Oh yeah, it's practically a smartphone disguised as a toothbrush. If you're into that kind of thing, you'll probably love it. But if you'd rather just keep it simple,
A simple on button and you're good to go.
then a more basic model might be a better fit for you. No shame in that game.
Absolutely. So basically, know yourself, know your needs, and you'll make the right call.
Precisely. And hey, at the end of the day, whether you're team electric toothbrush or team manual, the most important thing is that you're taking care of your oral health.
Preach. It's about finding what works for you and making it a habit. So true. And, at the end of the day, all this talk about toothbrushes really highlights how important oral health is. It's not just about having a killer smile.
It's so much bigger than that, right? I mean, our mouths are connected to our whole bodies.
It's that whole mind-body connection thing.
Exactly. And we're only just starting to understand all the ways they're linked.
It makes you think twice about that extra cup of coffee or that late-night bowl of ice cream.
Right. Taking care of your teeth and gums. It's an investment in your overall health.
So true. And I think that's a great place to wrap things up. It's been awesome diving into the world of high-tech toothbrushes with you.
The pleasure was all mine.
And to everyone listening, whether you're Team Electric Toothbrush or you're sticking with your trusty manual, remember the most important thing is to find what works for you and make oral health a priority.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Until next time, happy brushing, everyone.